Alrighty then, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Tracy, the Ace Brinkmann, the Ace. I got the nickname Ace many moons ago. Oh my goodness, back in high school actually. There was a young lady by the name of Sarah Davis in my high school, one of the more popular young ladies in the school, and I mean popular in a good way. And we were having homecoming week, and each one of the days of homecoming week had a theme. It was a Space Day theme, and a Monster Day theme, and a Spirit Day theme, and each one of those days you were supposed to come in dressed as something along that theme, right? Well, I was, and still am, a huge fan of the rock band Kiss. And back then, oh my goodness, I mean, starting at about 1975, I was the epitome of the word fan, as in fanatic. I was hugely into the band, and still am, but not quite as intently. So anyway, my choice of costumes for each one of the days were always Kiss themed. So on Monster Day, I dressed up as Gene Simmons. I made myself a costume. But when I came in on Space Day, dressed like Ace Frehley, I had made myself a version of the Love Gun costume. And for those of you who are Kiss fans, know the one I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, I would like you to imagine a cummerbund of silver material, and then two cummerbund style items coming across the shoulders, connecting in this kind of V in front of you and V in back. And then the same, and this was bright shiny silver material, a black bodysuit with rhinestones all over it, kind of like stars in space. And then these were 6-inch stack boots that came all the way up to the knees, and again were of the same silvery material to give it this unified look. And a matching belt. So I made this costume by hand. I stitched it all myself, worked on it for a couple of weeks. And I got into school, and Sarah Davis saw me and thought I looked so much like Ace Frehley that she began calling me Ace. And you know what happens when one of the more popular girls in school uses a nickname. All the other girls start following suit, and all the other guys start following suit. So that name kind of stuck. I did play a little guitar back in the day, and we dabbled a little bit with the garage band arena, and so I kind of took on that Ace persona, and it's stuck since then. All my close friends have called me Ace, so I think I might want you guys to be my close friends, so maybe I'll use that moniker a little bit more. So here we are, another winning day, Wednesday. How's your week going? Hump day. Not supposed to use the phrase hump day, but you know what? I like it. It's not for the connotations that it brings, but certainly the fact that it's the middle of your week and you're on a downward slide. You know, it happens when you get over the hill, right? You pick up speed. Today's winning attitude Wednesday. We're going to talk about our attitude, right? Our personality. Now, here's a clue. Here's one of the things I've found that people, for the most part, they enjoy a positive person's company. Actually, not for the most part, for all the parts. People like to be around people with a positive attitude, a positive outlook on life. So, use this as a clue for yourself. I mean, if you have a positive attitude, or you're in a good mood, you're in a positive mood, you'll notice that people will start to gravitate towards you. And when things aren't going well for others, they really want to be around you even more so, because they're hoping some of that good attitude will rub off on them. So you can use this I guess you call it a mood reflector. People were kind of, reflecting that mood back to you. You can use it as an indication of your mood, because if you look around and you pay attention to how people are treating you, it'll give you a clue of what your true mood might be. Because sometimes we don't want to admit to ourselves that we're upset or that we're mad, but our body language, our tonality, our facial features, maybe just the way we're speaking, is letting other people know that there's something else going on. There's some sort of tuning that we as a species, we as humankind, me and man and womankind, we can tune in. I mean, you know somebody, and before they say a word, you can look at them and see, ooh, they're not in a good mood. I probably don't want to talk to them. So it'll help you accept the truth of what your attitude is. And if you don't accept that truth, you're never going to improve your attitude. So if you get nothing else from today's episode, get that. If you can't accept what your real attitude is, you cannot change it. There you go. But if you can, and if you're the kind of person that's listening to this podcast, and guess what? You are. because you're listening. I believe you can. You'll be able to, be able to willing. There's good speakering. You'll be willing to admit eventually, hopefully sooner than later, what your true attitude is. So look around you. Look at how the people are treating you. Listen to them, how they're responding to you, and you'll be able to learn just by watching others what your attitude is, how your attitude is affecting them. So you can use this to help you develop an attitude awareness. I mean, some of the things you need to do is, I'll call it taking an inventory. We talked about taking inventory for your goal setting last week on Friday. I mean, taking inventory about different parts of your life is hugely valuable. I mean, you can ask yourself silly little questions like, if someone stole your attitude, would it be a good thing or a bad thing, right? I mean, generally for me, it would be a bad thing. I like my attitude. I generally have a very positive outlook on life, right? Right? So if someone stole that from me, I'd be like, my God, hello? Well, I could get another one. They're easily generated. But for the most part, are you positive most of the time or negative most of the time? When were you most motivated in your life, right? At what point in your life were you like so charged that you were ready to take on the world? And how long ago was that? What were you doing, right? What's currently helping your attitude? I'm hoping you keep coming back to this show because it's helping your attitude. It's helping you reach the things. That's why we try to put this out and share a little daily motivation, so to speak, a little success at last boost every day, right? So they help you reach your success at last. And on the other side of that, what's hurting your attitude? What do you need more of? Here's another one. What do you need less of? Yeah? I mean, these are different little things in your world that are affecting your attitude. What experiences do you really need to forget and move on? Now, let's be honest. I want you to learn the lessons from your past experiences. It's very important. They're results that you got from good decisions and bad decisions. But don't wallow in the past. It's time to move on. Okay, what motivates you to get out of the bed? Tracy, nothing motivates me to get out of the bed in the morning. You know what? I've been there. I've done that. And really about this time last year, I was in that arena of, man, I don't want to get up. Snooze, you hit the snooze button, hit the snooze button, hit the snooze button, till your partner reached over and smacked you upside the head and said, look, you're waking me up, you're hitting the snooze button so many times, right? So, what? But now, literally, I might hit the snooze button once. I'm not going to try and lie to you. Got to be real, Tracy. But I do have a motivation to get up in the morning. I do get up early, and I do tend to stay up late. So I have that motivation back, and it really feels good. Okay, and here's one I really like to ask folks now and again. With the current attitude you have, the majority of the time, and that could be good, and that could be bad. But what attitude that you have the majority of your time? With that attitude, where do you think you're going to be in 5 years? Heck, where are you going to be in 2 years? Yeah, think about it. What about 10? Ooh, yeah, that's going to happen fast. My daughter's 18 years old. OMG, everybody, 18 years old. And I'm a grandfather. I don't feel like a grandfather. Right? She's graduating high school. She got her first job. The world is a-changing for me. So, where are you going to be with that current attitude in 5 years? Yeah. Here's another thing to think about. So you got your inventory, kind of looking at things. You're like, yeah, Tracy's right. Some of these questions are making me ponder what I need to eliminate. There are things in your world. There are people in your world. There are events in your world that are draining your attitude, that are just sucking all the smiles right out of you. Right? Think about it. God, Tracy, you're right. So-and-so or this and that. I was in a great mood and I walked into this meeting, or I saw this person from across the room. Hadn't even talked to them yet. And my mind was going, no, run away. Right? We all have those. We have those people. We have those tasks. We have those pet peeves that just suck the smile right out of you, that suck the happiness right out of your heart. You've got to start eliminating those things. Life, let's be honest, life is not static. It may have been that person, that task, that event, that perspective. It could just be how you look at things. That perspective at one time was serving you. At the time you took it on, it was having some kind of positive impact in your world. Now, maybe not so much. Yeah? So you've got to do what Brian Tracy has called zero-based thinking. And you've got to look and say, all right, well, if I had to start it over, would I? Right? If you had to start drinking, would you? No? Then guess what? Stop drinking. And I'm not judging. If you had the choice to start dating the person you're dating, would you? No, Then stop dating them. I make it really simple. Here's a tough one. If you had the choice to marry the person you're married to right now, would you? Hey, if the answer is yes, cool. If the answer is no, fix it. And fix it could be working on the relationship. Fix it could be getting away from it. I don't know what your situation is. Oh, hey, Tracy, you told me to divorce them, right? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there are things in your world. There are things that are sucking your attitude pool dry. And you got to pinpoint those things. And they could be internal. They could be external. They're holding down your attitude. And your attitude drives your motivation. And your motivation drives you to your goals. And your goals are just so many wonderful things that you want in your life, right? Right? Go ahead and say it. Yes, Tracy. That's right. So you've got to find these attitude depleting mental habits, distracting, negative thinking people, just happiness sucking events, and get rid of them one by one. And some of you won't be able to get rid of. I mean, we talk about the marriage. Maybe you're deeply in love with the person. There's something about them that's sucking you dry. Sit down, talk to them, right? Maybe you can't get rid of it, but maybe you can make it a little bit better. Charge your attitude daily. I'm going to leave you with this one. It's one of the reasons why we're here giving this show every single day. Is that attitudes are like iPhones, right? No, they don't have all kinds of apps. They need charging every single day, right? It's like taking a bath. You get clean, you get dirty. Life is full of good and bad stuff. There are things in the world that are just going to try and suck you dry. Don't watch the news too much, or I don't watch the news too much for this very reason. Okay? So do something to charge your attitude every day. Come listen to Success at Last. Come listen to my silliness. Come on over here and let me try and charge you up a little bit. Let me give you a tip, a technique, an idea, a new thought, a new question. Right? Or find something. I don't care what it is. Go listen to somebody else. Find Zig Ziglar. That's who it is for me. Zig, I can listen to something from Zig and get motivated every single time. Jim Rohn, same thing. Unfortunately, we've lost both of them in the past year. Both have passed away. There's people out there. There are things out there. It's music, right? I love music. I have mood music. When I'm feeling like this, I listen to that kind of music. When I'm feeling like that, I like that kind of music. When I'm working on spreadsheets, I listen to this kind of music. When I'm working on goal-setting products or stuff for my clients, I listen to different type of music. Mood music. Very, very charging for your attitude. Find something that charges you. For you, it could be sitting down and cuddling your kitty. It could be taking your dog for a walk. It could be going for a swim, or a bike ride, or a jog, or listening to classical, or listening to classic rock and roll, or listening to Yanni. Who? Anyway, you get the point. It could be country western. It could be calling your best friend on the phone and talking to them. There are people in your life that just make you smile just when you hear them say, hello? Find out who that is and call them. There you go. So, give your attitude a daily charge. Watch the people around you, see how they're treating you. That's a reflection of your attitude. Help you be honest with your attitude to yourself. And eliminate the things that are draining your attitude pool, that are sucking you dry. Until then, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Think successfully.
take action. Bye-bye.